Hi guys, Ian from the Football Boots team, and today I'm at the pitch, as you can see, but the question is what to take to football. I'm going to answer that. I'm going to run through what I take to football. I'm going to start off with the most important thing is your bag, so you can take your boots and your gear and everything in there. I've also got a couple of pairs of boots here that I'll show you a little bit later in the video, but for now let's talk about the bag. I've got this main compartment here which I'm going to put all of my gear into, and then underneath here there's a hard shell, and it's waterproof on the bottom. You can put your boots in here, and if they're muddy and stuff, they stay separate from all your stuff that goes in here. But let's talk about what we put in here. So I've grabbed hold of my gear. Now, if you're lucky enough to play for a team, they might provide some pre-match stuff for you. If not, you might want to look into getting your own. Just get like a nice little pre-match t-shirt or something. Throw that in the bag. Also some trousers, just to keep your legs warm. Protect yourself from injury before and after the game. Just keep yourself warm in all conditions. And obviously a jacket as well, depending on the weather. This might just be enough to keep you warm on the sidelines. Otherwise, you might want to get something a bit thicker for colder temperatures. Obviously not the case today. Right then, I've got a few things here now. I'm moving on to my towel. Now, if you are lucky enough to have change rooms and stuff like that, then you're going to want a towel to have a shower after the game. Other things, soap, just in case you need that. Might want a bit of shampoo as well. Right, and the next thing I'm going to look at is hydration. I like to take a water bottle. Now, instead of getting like Powerades or things like that, I like to take little hydration tablets, and what you do is you just get one of the tablets and you drop it into the water and it fizzes up and it gives you the equivalent of a Powerade, but it's like way cheaper, and obviously you're not using loads of plastic bottles as well. So that's a good little solution. These ones are none ones. These ones have got caffeine in them if you want a little perk up whilst you're playing the game. Other things you can do for perk ups, you can have like mix in some like sugary stuff into the drink, and that gives you a bit more energy pre or during the game. You can also take energy gels, so these are really good. You can just tear the top off and have that, and that gives you a bit of energy, maybe at half time if you're not having a banana or something like that. You can get one of those with caffeine in too. You can also get just like jelly beans, or just take some sweets or something like that. It gives you a little burst of sugar which can help you go. And yeah, so the water bottle will go in there too. A few other things I got. This one is another energy gel, bit of caffeine in that one. What I got here is a little bit of Glide. It's really good for like putting on your feet, so you get little bits of blister spots and stuff, it will stop that. Or maybe if you get like chafing on your legs and stuff, then you can put it on there and it just stops it from creating the friction, and it's really good for that. So that's just like a anywhere on the body thing to use. Another thing I got is a bit of tape. You never know if you need a bit of tape. Maybe if you get a blister, you want to put a bit over that, or maybe you just got like a cut or something you want to tape up. So a bit of tape's always useful. And the other thing I've got here is a ball pump. So that gives you a clue, something else that we got coming up later in the what goes in the bag. You might not need this if your team supplies it, but if you do, make sure you chuck that in. All right, so seeing as it is a sunny day, one really good thing to remember is the sun cream. Try not to put it above your head though, because it'll run in your eyes and that is a real nuisance. But yeah, a bit of sun cream on those hot days, otherwise you might get yourself a bit burnt, might affect your second half performance. All right, moving on to some real proper football gear. Now I've got my Football Boots branded shin pads here. These are the ones I actually prefer to wear in a game. Wherever you prefer, choose, but these ones are kind of carbon fiber strips, and they go into these sleeves really nicely. So this one is the sleeve that goes on your leg. It just helps it stay on quite well. I find it better than having to worry about kind of tape and things like that to hold it up. Just sits into this sleeve here. But yeah, you always want to remember your shin pads. All right, so the ball, obviously key, but a lot of times it's provided for you. You might not need it, but don't forget it if you do need it, or if you're the one that's bringing the ball. We'll whack that here for now. All right, so moving on to socks. I've got a couple of choices here. One, just a pair of regular football socks. These ones are quite nice. Also, you could go with some true socks if that's what you prefer for grip when you put those in your gear bag. Obviously, these ones are a bit shorter, and then you're gonna have to deal with that. There is a video on how to wear true socks on the channel. Check that out if you wanna do that. But today I'm gonna say no thanks true socks, and I'm just gonna wear these regular socks instead. Right, the other stuff that you might want to consider is a base layer. So if it is not perhaps as warm as you're used to, then you can go with something like this. This is a short sleeve base layer. You can put that in, that'll keep you a little bit warmer whilst you're playing. Or if the weather does dictate it, you can go long sleeve and wear something a little bit longer as well, just to keep yourself warm, or you might not decide to wear it at all. Another thing you can do is you can use this Glide. It's really good if you get chafing in those nipples as such. That'll really help you out. So you can avoid that chafing from the football shirt, which can happen quite a lot. But yeah, so throw in your undershirt if you choose one. Obviously it's a bit warmer today, so we'll go short sleeves. We'll get rid of the long sleeves. Other thing is some compression shorts. You can wear those underneath your football shorts. These are really good. It's going to help you, your hamstrings and your thighs and injuries and stuff like that. It's obviously going to fit really well as well. So when you're running around, it's going to feel pretty good wearing these under your football shorts. All right, so tape is a really good thing to bring. It's got a lot of uses. Some people want it to keep their socks up and things like that. I don't tend to need that as much with those sleeves on the shin pads, but a lot of people do want it. And even if you don't need it for yourself, you'll find that a lot of your teammates might appreciate the fact that you brought some, because always at the start of the game, somebody's gonna say, has anybody got any tape? So make sure you're one of the people that has it. All right, so the next thing, depending on what level you're playing, you may or may not need these. Your team might supply them, is obviously your match shirt. So throw that in if you need to bring it. Otherwise, if it's already supplied for you, you're not going to have to worry about this. And the same goes for your shorts. Depending on what you're doing, you may or may not get given shorts to wear. So throw those in the bag as well. All right, so we're getting near to the end of the video. Guys, make sure you drop a comment below. Let me know what you like to take to football. Is there anything that I've missed that you think in this video? Obviously, if you think it's liable to rain, then you might want to take a rain jacket, and that'll keep you nice and dry on the sidelines as well. Doesn't look like it's going to happen today, so we'll just chuck this one in the bag for now. All right, before we move on to the boots, there's a few little extra things here that are real useful. Now, this is the Shoehorn that comes with like a Predator or something like that. And if you're having trouble getting your boots on, you want to remember to bring this, because it's going to make it a lot easier to get them on at the start of the game. Another thing I like to take is a spare pair of laces, just in case yours break. It doesn't happen very often, but you can just imagine halfway through a game, if your laces break, you're going to be in all sorts of trouble. To just always have a spare pair in your bag, and if it's not you that they break on, it might be one of your teammates. It might mean that you guys have still got enough players to play. Your star striker can still score goals for you because you've helped him out with a pair of laces. Talking about helping your teammates out, always bring a stud key as well, just in case you need to tighten your studs or somebody else needs to tighten theirs. It's just a really useful thing to have that somebody might shout out and want, and it's so simple to just keep this in your bag all the time. All right, I got 2 pairs of boots here, and I got 1 more pair of boots I'm going to show you in a second as well. So, boots to wear. I always like to take at least 2 pairs just in case something goes wrong on a pair. I've seen people lose sole plates come off their boots during games and stuff like that, so you always want to make sure you've got a backup just in case. I got these Flyknit Ultras. Very nice boot to wear. So I got this pair of Flyknit Ultras to consider. The other pair of boots that I got in here to wear is these new Vapors. Obviously these are kind of the successor to those. Just make a choice between those depending on how I'm feeling on the day. Both stunning boots, a little bit of black there, but obviously some really nice pops of color with these 2 boots as well. Really nice. But as you can notice today, I'm at the 3G pitch, so Tom's going to throw over the last pair of boots, and this is what I'd wear today, because you want to make sure you got the right boots for the pitch that you're playing on. So if you're playing on SG, you want to make sure you got some studded boots. But today I got these. These are 3G versions of the Nemesis. And yeah, that's the choice for today. That's what we'll be putting in the gear bag, but I make sure to have at least 2 out of these 3 pairs. If not 3 pairs, just keep another pair in the car or something. You never know what could happen. The more boots, the merrier, I say. Have something for all the conditions, just in case. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you take to football. As I said, drop a comment below. Have a vote in the poll card on what you think the most important thing to take to football is right now. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Go enjoy your football.